First, you watched this happen live right here on Channel 9 yesterday. A miles-long police chase that ended when the driver crashed into a Union County pond.
Now, only on 9, we're hearing from the driver of this tractor who helped bring the chase to an end.
I was going to T-bone him. I knew he wasn't coming this way, and that's really all there was to it.
Well, if you've missed our live coverage yesterday, don't worry.
Exactly, because we're going to walk you through every dangerous move that driver made while trying to get away from the police.
It all started in South Charlotte. Chopper 9 was overhead as the driver weaved in and out of traffic, swerved through parking lots, and squeezed between cars, driving on the wrong side of the road several times. He even blew through someone's yard trying to get away from police and got past their roadblock.
He just went around the stop sticks.
But soon, officers had some extra help once the driver went off-road through pastures and yards.
There's a guy with a tractor right there in the driveway, right in front of him.
He tried to drive around, but
there's really nowhere for him to go.
With the tractor driver in the way, it helped officers to box him in. And seconds later, he drove straight into the pond.
Whoa, into the pond.
That was the voice of our chopper pilot, Andy Holt. Meantime, Channel 9's Susanna Black was there along Potter Road on the ground just after that chase ended yesterday.
And today, Susanna, you got a chance to speak to the man on that tractor. Obviously, he had quite the story to tell.
Yeah, guys, he sure did. Now, I first met Buzz Palmer last night, right after he had driven his tractor from his garden over here where he was doing some work to his gravel driveway. Just made a short drive here. He parked and helped deputies to end that chase. And he told me he would do it all over again. We found Buzz Palmer today doing what he says he does best, piddling on his tractor.
Finishing what I didn't finish yesterday.
Palmer says he was just out tilling his garden yesterday when this police chase came roaring down his gravel driveway.
I knew when he crossed that white, came by that fence, we had a problem. That many police cars aren't getting a donut truck, and they're not getting a ticket violator.
While most people would have run home to hunker down, this retired law enforcement diver says that was never an option.
There's a guy with a tractor right there in the driveway.
Yep, that's Palmer going after the driver on his tractor.
I was going to T-bone him, put it in high gear, and got my RPMs up and turned that facing that way and blocked this where he wasn't coming through.
Watch as the driver veers right and away, and Palmer maneuvers too.
Once he passed here, he was trapped. There's no other way out. There's nothing he could do but go back out, and I knew they were all behind me. I just had to rodeo him up to keep him, going. And
without anywhere else to go, the driver plowed into this pond and deputies swarmed in. As far as his part, Palmer says it was just the right thing to do.
Did you think I'm putting my life in danger?
Not at all. And if everybody stood up and did what they had to do, life would be a lot easier. Sometimes you just got to step in.
And guys, no one was hurt in all of that yesterday. Really, the only damage was done here and on the other side to Palmer's neighbor's fence. Now, Palmer tells me that all the residents here got together last night. You can see the materials here. They fixed this fence up good enough for now, but they plan to get together again this weekend to fix it for good. Back to you.
Quite the story that he has for us. Susanna, thank you so much for that. And here's another look at the suspects arrested. The driver, Ward Whelan, faces multiple charges, including DWI. The passenger, Armand Douglas, is facing outstanding charges not related to the crash. A woman in the car is not facing any charges.
Now, at one point, they just drove through some backyard. You can see right there, going behind these trees, maybe knowing where they were going, because a few seconds later, after driving behind some houses right there, you can see a few sheds. They popped back out on the road, and the chase continued from there.
The chase then goes on, and at one point they go through a parking lot. It appeared to be a bank parking lot, weaving through there. You can see them going around with the vehicle in pursuit behind them without flashing lights on, but then it weaves out onto the other roadway and continues to try to put space between them and the officers.
One of our keen-eyed staff said something comes off the car in this video. We don't know if it's something falling off or something thrown out, but if that is the case, that's something police will definitely want to look into.
And then, Scott, we watched live as the vehicle kept going off-road and then goes right past this person on their tractor trailer in their backyard, continues to pass by them as officers close in to try to block them off, leaving them nowhere else to go.
As the video continues, right here is where you're going to see that car, nowhere to go, tries to make it on the edge and then veers right into that pond. That is where the chase ended. Officers came out with gun drawns, presumably shouting orders. In the end, it was actually 3 people who were inside that car, 2 men and a woman, all of them arrested without further incident. We're trying to learn more about exactly why police were they following this car? Did something happen with this car as we go back to these live pictures that caught police attention? We just don't know, but we have a crew heading out to that scene there on Potter Road, again in Union County. We will bring you more information just as soon as we get that tonight.